Let's get this thing going. All right. We have so much to experience this morning. We have so much to not just believe in, but to to radically surrender to. You know, enough is enough already. How many incarnations do we need to still have to realize that nothing in this world can make us happy? The only thing is the soul. Everything else has been designed as a test, you know, as something to develop one terrific quality of your soul, and that is called free choice. Free choice. We're going to hear all about this, okay? So I'm so happy you're here. Really am. And open your heart, open your mind. Be with the divine like you've never been with the divine. And who is the divine? It's you. It's you. You go, oh, okay, I'll be with the divine. What's that? It's you. It's yourself. It's yourself. Keep an eye on yourself, would you? Would you keep a good eye on yourself and have only beauty's in the eye of the beholder, okay? So I don't care what kind of hair day you woke up with today, or what kind of mood you're in, or what kind of exaltation. Praise the Lord. Glory, glory, hallelujah. What matters most is that you are already the divine beloved itself. You are that I am all that I am, and I am that I am. Right? All right. So we're gonna start this morning on page 683, where we're going to finish this verse 12 of chapter 7. We'll finish that straight away this morning. And then we're going on to a section here called Cosmic Hypnosis, Maya, and the way to transcend it. All right. I mean, that's a pretty heavy topic, isn't it? Coming right up. And even though I said we're on page 683, it's been 683 pages of getting ready for understanding what we need to do about this cosmic hypnosis. You with me? We just didn't go through 682 pages to forget them, did we? It's all building, folks. Don't even worry. Don't ever let your thinking mind get in there and start thinking about this. No, just start loving. Just start loving. Hey, even Bob. What? Even Bob's here this morning. Yahoo! Let's do this thing. We got the soul rebels that are armed to the gills, armed with devotion, armed with true faith, armed with more love in their hearts than they've ever experienced before, all because of amazing grace. All right. So I'm going to just read the last paragraph that we ended last Gita session with, and then we're going to go on to today's finishing of that verse. What did I say? That verse 12 of chapter 7, page 683, which is just now the beginning. It's only just begun. All right. If God had not created the triple qualities, the good, the somewhere in between restlessly good or restlessly bad, the rajas, and then the tamas or the sattva. No, the good is the sattva. The rajas is the somewhere in that restless good or restless bad, and then tamas is just totally bad. Right? It's totally where we don't want to be. But you're going to hear something coming up where even that, when you get to the bottomest part of the spectrum of evolution, and you are the meanest, cruelest, the beast-style almost kind of the tamas energy, you don't have any more, you don't have karma. If I read that right, you don't make any karma because you're out of your mind, man. You have been taken over by the dark side. So it's really not your fault. And that begins where you start to realize, because you are the soul, you're always going to snap back. You know that? You're going to realize that it's time to do something about this. Which you guys have decided long ago. So thank you for that. All right. So if God had not created those triple qualities that I just mentioned, that pleasurably and excitingly and painfully affect man and woman, his cosmic dream play would be meaningless. If there wasn't these struggles, this life would be meaningless. You'd be floating on a cloud. You would be like when you go to sleep at night, have the best deep turious sleep. That means sleep with no dreams, nothing, just gone. Like if you go to the doctor and you have to have a little, something anesthetic to just take you out for a little while, man, that stuff, you just talking to the guy and all of a sudden, boom, you're gone. The next thing you know, you're talking to the guy and you have woken up and there's the procedure has been done and you feel like absolutely refreshed. Right? We'll wake up one day and feel totally refreshed. How about now? Do you feel totally refreshed? Well, you are in charge of yourself. So just tell yourself, I am so refreshed. I don't like to say I can't believe how much I'm loved. I can't believe how much I love you because I don't like to say can't believe, right? So I am so loved. Well, you could take it right in the middle. I believe I am so loved, right? I believe I love you so much. Well, let's take the believe out. And I love you so much. And I am so loved. Just go right to the heart of it. Make these your affirmations. Don't put anything like it could trick you into defaulting back into being an automaton, okay? We don't know how deep we are in that rut. Okay, his cosmic dream play, God's cosmic dream play would be meaningless. By these triune influences, he tests his children. Wow, what parents, if you even in before you even got engaged, even in your vows in marriage, and then bringing children into the world, and knew that you had to change yourself radically if you were going to give them a true upbringing. Meaning that you learn from the beginning that there is this mega hypnosis on all of us. And without soul training, without the right training and the right attitude and making the right choices, you're going to get absolute skewered, right? Absolute skewered. It's a test. So let's train for making the best choices. Let's train in knowing that, oh Lord, you put this here today. You put this crazy idea in my head today, good, bad, or ugly, right? It's all you testing me to see if I can then make the soul choice to get back into my heart of love, to get back on my A game, to get back in that this breath is the most important one ever in all my incarnations, that this day is the most precious and the most sacred, that all life is sacred, to get back to this transcendent attitude, right? That you are soul and spirit reunion. So we get tested as his children. And by such tests, God guides us to the right use of our free choice. So it's like anything you do, if you're going to get good at it, whether it's a guitar, whether it's a sport, whether it's computer programming, you got to go to, you got to get some training. You got to learn it. You got to be passionate about learning it more and more and be better and better, right? Well, now we got to be in training to do the right thing at the right time and the right choice all the time. All right. And God's going to help us with this because we're going to be tested all day today. Put that in your soul pipe and smoke it. You're going to be tested all day. Oh, you don't know because you think you're just going along. Everything's cool. Even if it ain't cool. And you know it ain't cool. And you feel this kind of this subterranean, kind of treachery going on on the inside of you. That's called ego as well. Yeah. That's going to make you just think everything is okay, even if it isn't okay. And even though you heard it, the truth over and over again, this morning even, that, okay, well, it's okay to forget it because I got something else more important to do right now. Oh, you don't say it that way to yourself. You just go on your merry way until someone sideswipes you or until your heart stops beating, until you start to get the shivers, right, man and woman? Until all of a sudden your day ain't the day that you had planned at all. But you shouldn't be planning. You should be in your soul loving, that's the best plan. And it's no plan as far as anything happening outwardly here or you doing something. It's an inner, just one of a kind. You and the beloved. the beloved in you. He tests his children and by such tests guides them in the right use of their free choice that after manfully and womanfully and successfully playing in this dream drama, they might find their way back to him. Boom. Find our way back, going home. We're going home. It has nothing to do with this world, it has nothing to do with your mind, it has nothing to do with this life, except that this life is part of your journey to wake up and quit believing in the dream that you are immortal. Quit believing in this outer reality, right? And then go to the I am, rather than I believe. I believe, that's fine. That's a nice little segue. But more importantly, it is I am, I am, I am. You are, we are. God created this cosmic dream play to entertain himself and us. He never meant for it to hurt us, his offspring. We injure ourselves by not properly playing our parts. Now, just look at the Dalai Lama. What part does he play? Loving kindness. What part did Yogananda play? Just being your best friend, loving you unconditionally. And yet the most powerful soul expressions in his creative way to look at life and to look at this journey that we're all on and the return trip home. He's the guide. He's the one holding the key. And he's giving you the key. Oh yeah, I saw a tweet I must have done years ago. And I pulled it up for us to listen because I liked it. I liked it this morning. So I added it. So this was my tweet some years ago, all right? Put it up on Twitter. Touch screen technology is awesome. You just swipe something away and it's gone. In soul magnificence, you just swipe away the thoughts you don't want to think and replace them with magnificent ones. This is the key to heaven. It's in your hands. You don't need the help of anyone or anything else to change yourself. Just change, just change, just change, just change. Baby, just change your consciousness. Very simply, then, all you need to do is think away the thoughts you want to destroy, and replace them with constructive ones. Because baby, the key is in your hands. The Guru's giving you the key now. Baby, if you totally surrender to him, then he'll give you the key. Until then, he's going like this. And you're going, oh, I want the key now. Not ready. You still got to learn your lessons, right? Very simply, then all you need to do is think away the thoughts you want to destroy and replace them with constructive ones. This is the key to heaven. 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 And baby, the key is in your hand. Everyone, you gotta do this at home. Yeah. Baby, the key is in your hands. And we go like that. It's in our hands, 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 it's in our hands. Baby, the key is in our hands. So you play your part like a Dalai Lama, right? We won't get hurt here or injure ourselves if we play our part, our transcendent part. I call this dream the ultimate message. And you'll know what that is coming right up. If we enact our roles intelligently, soulfully, divinely, I added those last two words, soulfully and divinely, we will find happiness in this life and eternal bliss in the hereafter. The ultimate message, I call this dream, the ultimate message. Wow, you didn't know that. Bob, did you? This morning you're going to hear the ultimate message. Clarks knew it. They just intuited it. Ryan, she's all in. She always knows it. She always knows what is the most important thing to know. And she keeps her ego and her mind stuff, and even her raising her children kind of to the side a little bit, because she puts everything in God's hand, and it defers to God in everything, right? And so she knows, and none else knows. The ultimate mess. Okay, the ultimate message of this stanza, but we could say it's the ultimate message of the Bhagavad Gita, is that man and woman made in the image of God must learn to be transcendent. Like his maker. Listen, I know y'all are all kind of looking at ways to improve your health and improve your life and and I'm talking more or less the outer things, the physical body and all these. I know you're in improvement there, and a lot of people aren't. They just let it go to what? Go to pot. But no, you all are working on that. But there's something more though. That's the most important thing. Yeah, take care of body, take care of your mind, take care of the outer things, definitely, with all the love you have in you, right? Like we said last week, everything I do with the greatest love I have in me, says Yogananda. But every meditation. Oh, I tweeted this morning. I'm back into tweeting just a little bit. See how far I go. It said meditate instead of medicate, right? We got to meditate like crazy, man. We got to hold the space, but always in that meditation, it's laced. It's got a theme. It's got a special grace. It's got God's love helping you to meditate. You don't meditate. Yeah, that's for sure. We don't meditate. Only God can get you close to what that thing means, right? So why don't we go through our chakras, which are greater than any pill or supplement or any kind of physical thing you can do for your physical body. Even the best things, the best food, the best diets, and people die the next day of a heart attack, right? Is to now take the soul food medicine, take your soul medicine, meaning that when you're in your first chakra, you are like, you're drinking the bliss, baby. You're drinking the bliss of your soul. When you're in your second chakra, it's all Divine Mother's amazing grace, just taking care of everything. And you hire her as a designated driver, but you got to take that food. You got to make that drawing from that soul power the highest obligation and the most ultimate message to learn here on this planet, in this incarnation, and so on. And when you get up into the upper chakras, and when you get to the masters, you're taking the peace pill, baby. You're taking the higher transcendent soul self and infusing your body with it, and just bringing everything up to snuff, up to radiant health, up to just fountain of youth energy. So get busy and really, really make your supplement program, make your diet program, make your health program, make your life adventure totally God first, soul first. Be transcendent like God. Be like God. Let's just say I'm going to be loving kind like the Dalai Lama. I'm going to love like my guru loves, right? I'm going to forgive like Divine Mother, because she's me. I'm not going to get totally out of the way. It's God. It's all God in here. All these soul qualities is God himself, herself. All right. So that's very important. The triple qualities of cosmic delusion and the cosmic dream, tinged with those entangling attributes, all proceed from God, who is / your soul. You're made in that image perfectly. Soul and spirit, spirit, soul, right? All those things, everything comes from God, proceeds from God. And as he remains unaffected by them, so we can learn. We're here, pass our tests. So we're in quite a school. We're in quite a school here. School of hard knocks for sure. And quite a detention center. You've been detained here again against your will. And everything that you are physically and everything that the world is done without your permission, baby. You didn't get your way on anything. So don't get into that trap of wanting to have your way a certain way. Get out of that way. Get out of the way of the way. So we may learn through constant yoga communion with God, the PPG, the practicing the presence of God, how to remain uninvolved in Maya, to remain remember last week's stream, uninvolved and transcendent? Really? Now this is if you're in a training here, you got your armor on today. You got your soul armor on today to totally let everything ricochet, just go reflect right back into this dream delusion, so that you can have uninterrupted peace union, love union, compassion union, right? Just to be happy union. Happy. Man, can't let our happiness drop. It can't drop down from 10 even to 9. It's got to stay at the 9, the supreme joy of your soul, right? So we have training to do today. You got to dress to the hilt today with your spiritual armor. You got to be more ready for this today than any other day, Bob. And many, how are you going to make this day different than yesterday? No, really. Because as automatons, again, Yogananda talks about how we get caught in all that coming up when we talk about the cosmic hypnosis. Yeah, you don't even know you're under it until it's way too late to make the changes your soul was, bet on in this life. And then again, maybe you're right on target. Maybe those changes, you're doing it with God's grace, it might seem like you haven't changed a bit. You still have your bad habits. You still fall and do those things that really don't make you feel good at all, and take your happiness away and depress you and make you anxious and all those kinds of things, and depressed, right? But you don't know if you're doing it with love. If you always take everything back as love and make even a love offering of your worst moments, you're going to be surprised that God just Divine Mother just wipes your slate clean, and you're going to be in joy. Bang, any moment, any instant, here, now. Right now, right? So don't go trying to figure out anything. Waste of time. Just put your mind and heart and soul and energy, everything on the divine. How to remain uninvolved in Maya through your constant yoga communion with God and your higher transcendent self. Remain uninvolved in Maya, and how to view the panorama of life's experiences as sheer entertainment. And, part of this training too is the training that Sri Yukteswar gave to Yogananda. And the thing he was all about was learn to behave. Learn to behave. We got to train ourselves to behave, starting with our consciousness. Is this consciousness I have right now, is that of any value? You all want a value, or you want to get the best deal you can whenever you go out to the store, or you're going to go on Amazon to buy something. You're going to get the best value. Well, do we do that with the best value for our consciousness, the best value for our energy, and the best value for our physical sustenance? The best value is the soul self. Pooh, coming down like a waterfall, filling you up to the gills with who you really, really are, wiping the slate clean, as I mentioned before. All right. So learn to behave. Watch your every thought. Watch your every choice. We're there. This is why we're on page 683 and been in training with the other 682 pages. You got to start looking at things differently, baby. Anything's better than to go about this day looking at it with the same old ways. If you don't see beauty everywhere, that's not the outside world's fault. That's not anyone's fault. That's this next part that we're going to study on page 684. It's not the fault of you, it's the fault of the cosmic hypnosis, which is at the top of page 684, Maya, and the way to transcend it. Tell me we aren't on the right track. Do you know that Mickey Light wrote me this morning because she said, I'm sorry, but I got to be in physical therapy. I'm still in the hospital, but I'm going to be with you all in spirit. Can you imagine that? She's been now over 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks in the hospital. And she wrote me and said, I'm sorry, I'll be there in spirit. And not only her, but Chris Nagy, who now lives in Mexico, down below Tijuana. There's a little town right there. I forget the name of it right now. But she lives actually. She speaks fluent Spanish and everything. She's driving to San Diego, and she wrote me. I said, I can't be on the stream today. I'm driving to San Diego. Come on, right? And I know Bob Ananda's so good too, and he tells me I can't make it. I got this and that going. So isn't that beautiful though? Mickey, she's in the hospital. She ain't feeling so good, but she wrote me to say I won't be. Now that to me is energy that's going to support each of you today like crazy, especially if you feel it. Especially if you feel this beautiful time we're in, this magical time in our life. To be on this verse 13 of chapter 7 on page 684, and to really start to understand that we are under a great hypnosis here and it ain't our fault. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's okay when you're not okay to really be okay with yourself. Does that make any sense? And and really, quite frankly, if it doesn't go your way, maybe the biggest blessing that you could have. And you know what? As far as this physical life goes, this outer physical, it ain't going to go our way. And you're not going to want to leave this body. You're not going to want anyone else to leave the body that you love. You don't want to see the world, burn up, earthquakes, whatever, floods, hurricane. Now we're in hurricane season out here. Oh my God. And you're in fire season. Really? And you're going to go about your day in an automatic way? For what? And for why? Ready? Verse 13, this world of mortal beings does not perceive me. Unchangeable and beyond all qualities. You could say that your soul is telling you right now, hey, Bob, hey, Lisa, hey, Jim, hey, Narayan, you don't perceive me. You don't perceive me because you are deluded by the triple modes of nature. Oh, okay, soul. Okay. Well, what should I do about it? Coming right up. Well, would you please accept the truth? The truth, the temporary truth, but we're in a duality, and it's the truth of this duality and the relativity that we're in. Would you accept it? That oh, this is such a powerful section. Kind of like we still have 18 chapters, and then we're on chapter 7, but some of them get smaller. We're still not even halfway through the book, but we're getting there. We're in chapter 7. So emotional moviegoers are too intent on beholding motion pictures. This is Yogananda's commentary. They're really intent on beholding motion pictures to notice the overhead the picture causing the beam. Like in the old days, the projector booth. Similarly, worldly men and women are too deeply engrossed in God's dream pictures of life to perceive his taintless, omnipresent being. And we're not talking Jim Beam. We're talking the beam, the light. We're too preoccupied. That's why even the nonchalantness of just going about your day like you've done every other day. Look at. I don't know how old you're getting, but days go by really fast, man. And I guess there's this thing called age that happens to the physical body, right? And so we can't just be on auto anymore. We just can't do that anymore, right? So we're too deeply engrossed and don't even know it. to be aware of the taintless, omnipresent being that is the sole creator and the only doer. Oh, oh my! Look what I've done in my life, right? Look at people say, "Well, how are you doing?" And it's all about me. Yeah, it could be an okay conversation, right? And what have you? Oh, have you done that? I didn't know you've done that. Wow, you've made a really good success of your life. Or wow, you think when someone isn't doing something that you think it would be good for them to do. Yeah, we're judging everything and everyone, right? But we have not. We're not the creator. There's only one sole creator, and we're not the doer. How's that for a learning today? How about that for something that's going to be a realization today? As a dreamer engaged in viewing his dream of good and evil experience cannot capture the consciousness of his wakeful state. So you're in a dream, you can't, you're in a dream. I guess the other night I was having a nightmare of some kind, and Trish told me in the morning that I was, uh, sometimes you go, ah, you're trying to yell, but she said this time I, I, I figured it out in my dream. And she said I was screaming top of my lungs, and the doodles came up on the bed, and then they're looking at me like, "Hey, dude, I didn't even know it. I still don't remember it." So, as a dreamer engaged in viewing his dream of good and evil experience cannot capture the consciousness of his wakeful state, free from the excitation of dream. So the people of the world are so much engrossed in viewing and participating in the triple affecting cosmic dream, the triply affecting cosmic dream, that they fail to observe it with unattachment as a divine spectacle. This is why you cannot linger by holding on to something that just happened, that is not a good, that has really ruffled your feathers, that has really got your heart beating, that has really got you nervous and all this stuff, or something that didn't go your way that can be just as bad, because your mind is trying to get it all straightened out, like the pig's tail. Yogananda used to use that example a lot. This world is like a pig's tail. It's curly. You try to straighten it out. There, I got it, right? You let it go, it goes, it's gonna curl up again. That's because you've just got stuck on the physical plane and the mental plane and the emotional plane and this outward physical dual plane. You didn't go to the transcendent self. Everything's got to go to the trans self. Remember, we talked about giving up your thoughts, offering your thoughts. Jim and Lisa had a cute thing about that. They told me about offering up those thoughts to God. Everything, all the time, instantly, instantly. Free your mind. What is free choice? What are you going to have choice that's not free? Can you be free in your choice? Or are you going to worry about that particular thing that didn't go right for you? And then you're going to figure out how to write it. Give it to God first. Give it to God. God will give you the best way to so-called write it. He might give you his presence. That'll be good. And the thing you don't even care about anymore. Whoa, that's a crazy idea, wouldn't you say? Okay. So we fail to observe this with unattachment, this divine spectacle. The cosmic dream delusion is imposed like a hypnotic spell on men and women from their birth. Are you taking this in this morning? Seriously, this is why you're here. And this is why Mickey wrote and knew something was up but didn't know. And the same with Chris Nagy. Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? Remember, you're in school. Are you listening? The teacher is going to come down and bump you with that stick. What is that? Well, the soul is going to say, hey, you better listen to me or you're going to get a bonk on the head, dear. The cosmic dream delusion is posed like a hypnotic spell on men from their birth and women. They remain unaware of its insidiousness. Okay, I had to look up the word insidious this morning. And this is what I was talking about earlier, or I shouldn't say it was Yogananda talking. And this is where he's talking. You know what insidious means? Proceeding in a gradual, subtle way. And another word for insidious is treacherous. proceeding in a gradual, subtle, treacherous way, but with harmful effects. Like I said, go off and do your thing today. You think you're doing it, right? And the world, oh God, did you hear the news? Did you hear what the president said? Did you hear? Proceeding in a gradual, subtle, treacherous way with harmful effects. Go to your transcendent self immediately. Do not pass go. And take refuge there and live there. I remember once as a young monk, giving a talk to the whole community of monks, I was saying, you can never be safe until you're in that place in your meditation where everything goes away except the presence and God's presence. And that's all you care about. And you feel terrific. Boy, some of them can go, how can you say something like that? test for my brother monks, right? How can you say, oh, he's just that? That's just the way he is, right? I guess because I say things in kind of absolute ways. People, oh, the resistance come up, woo, the feathers come up, woo, you can't say that, and I saw a guy on a Facebook thing where he has pet parrots, they're all color, all these gorgeous parrots. There's about 7 of them. And he treats them, and he loves. He's always kissing them. And they love them. They follow him around like they're like animals, like pets, like a doodle or something. And it was so cute. And I'm watching this, and I go, and the guy's just loving them. He's just loving them. That's beautiful. But I looked at some things that people said, and then they said, oh, he drugs them. Yeah, pessimism is in the eye of the beholder too. So, and whenever you see the good in it, man. I don't care what it is. Find the good in everything. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Otherwise, we're going to be proceeding in a gradual, subtle, treacherous way with harmful effects. Easily. If God made his supreme blessedness evident to all men and women, as he does to the tested and victorious supermen and superwomen, they would not be influenced by the lesser lures of the senses. God, the perfect, ever new, unending bliss is the greatest temptation to the soul of man. This is why your first medicine, first, during, and after medicine, is the soul, transcendent soul experience. Everything goes back to the soul creator and the soul doer and the soul lover and the one, only the one. Everything goes back, right? Because we want to be tempted. We want to be tempted by the bliss. I would think. No, I would feel like we would want to be tempted by the bliss instead of the other. The beautiful words of Yogananda, and I made it into a little song. Oh, thou great lover. Oh, thou great lover. Thou art life. Thou art the goal. Thou art my desire. Deliver me from thy maya of delusion. Tempt me with your presence instead. There it is. And I got those words, and I have a little song about it. Deliver me from the maya of delusion. Tempt me with your presence instead. With your presence, if you're going to get tempted, be tempted by the bliss, be tempted by the master's peace, be tempted by, Divine Mother's unbelievable, unconditional caring and love for you, forgiveness and all that. Come on, let's be tempted by that. Beloved Lord, second verse, fill my heart. Beloved Lord, fill our hearts with undying devotion to thee alone. Oh, fill our hearts with undying devotion to thee alone with undying devotion, undying devotion, undying devotion to thee alone. To thee alone. Wow, what a match to the frequency of the consciousness we are in right now. That song, right? What an absolute, totally great match that is. So we want to be influenced by the lesser lures of the senses. God, the perfect, ever new, unending bliss, is the greatest temptation to the soul and man. So tempt me with your bliss, Lord. Drink, 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 baby. Drink the bliss in this moment. Look past your thoughts, says Rumi. Look past your thoughts and drink, 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 drink the bliss in this moment. Come on and drink, 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 drink the bliss in this moment. That's what we do. That's what we do all day. Bobby, Benny, right? That's what we do. And every time you do without doing and let the soul do through you, you affect all of us. So we're not even aware of it. Well, we all of a sudden got happier. We got more filled with love. All of a sudden, we don't know why, because we're all connected here. That's why. Therefore, he tests his children first with inferior, though, temptations of the senses, because you gotta learn. This is why we're here. This is why we're embodied again, right? Oh, I guess we didn't pass too many tests last time. First, with inferior temptations of the senses, when man and woman has rejected those, though, in the proper spirit of wisdom, the superior divine treasures are revealed to him. There's that value pack again. Superior treasures, right? You don't want a bauble, do you? You want the real McCoy, the real deal, the real deal, superior divine treasures. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you argue that? Isn't that the greatest value we can pull out of our soul natures? Because that's all our soul nature is, a superior divine treasure. We are, you know. I look deep within for the surprise to find what I'm looking for. I look deep within for the surprise to find what I'm looking for. I'm a miracle of love. I'm a miracle. I don't know how you guys can go about a day without singing songs. I know some of you hum some of these little ditties, but make up your own little ditties. Anything's better than the mind stuff that's going on within you that is creating kind of this insidiousness, this treachery right within your own being, right? I'm a miracle of love. I'm a miracle of love. I'm the love I'm looking for. I'm a miracle of love. I'm a miracle of love. I'm the love, the peace, the joy, the happiness I am looking for. I look deep within for the surprise to find what I'm looking for because I'm a miracle of love. I'm a miracle. I'm the love, the peace, the joy, already, the happiness, the freedom, wisdom, free choice. I'm free when I make a choice. I'm free. I feel happy. If I feel sad when I make a choice, give it back to God. It's part of the Maya, right? Just give it back to God. Don't even go to the point later where you go, man, that was stupid. Silly, stupid, right? Okay. So we're gonna reject those inferior temptations of the senses in a proper spirit of wisdom and using our free choice to be free, actually. The superior divine treasures are revealed to us. The secret of the cosmic game is that God hides his surprise. Wow. This power pack this morning, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm telling you one thing though. You know, if ever you want to feel good, I'm going to sound like a commercial. Oh man, I can't help but, I've been so interested in these mushrooms that are kind of activated, that are extracted and really juiced up, the real part of the mushroom. Oh man, I got me some. I've never felt anything like pure energy like this before. And you tell, and you tell. If anyone wants to know, because I've done a lot of research and I know where to get them and all that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness sakes. And then I put some in my Joe in the morning, right? I mix them in because otherwise you got to buy the. Oh, we have mushroom coffee. You don't need to do that. You just take whatever you're drinking. Maybe take maybe make it not quite as strong, but even then, make it how you make it, and then add some mushroom powders. I'm getting all of the like the cordyceps powder and the chaga powder and this and that. I've only got the lion's mane and I got Rishi coming and I'm going to have them all. I'm going to make little cocktails. Why I drink the bliss, man. Why I drink the bliss. So you have fun and let your soul be your doctor. You might say, well, okay, yeah, do your research, do your research, do your research, make sure, yeah, this and that. But be your own doctor. Your body knows, your muscle test, hold the mushroom can or whatever the powder, and then put it up your heart, and then test your heart. Is it happy? Or is it not feel so right with that? Then it's not the right. Anyway, have fun. This God's gonna get, in other words, God is soul, God's soul that you are, the God self that you are, is can't wait to do this with you to make you the healthiest, happiest person in the universe. Ooh, look at Vinny go. Ooh, I got some coming, some red reishi coming, baby. It's got a 4-1 extraction rate. One of the 3 treasures. Oh, I want to know what the other 2 treasures is. What they are. Reishi, yay. See what I'm saying? Oh my God. I'm just so happy. Your energy's all cortisol. I haven't even taken those yet, man. I did the lion's mane and this ashwagandha is the other one I'm taking too. Deer antler and ginseng are the other treasures. I love you, Vinny, man. Oh, I love you all. This is what happens. All of a sudden, maybe it's our time. Maybe it's time to just burst the soul, burst the heart, Burst the soul, burst the heart, burst the soul, burst the heart. Burst the soul, come listen to our soul, soul call. Hovering over the clouds, lingering over the leaves. Thou hast come to listen to our soul. God has come. He's responding. He is in us. He's expressing. Wow. Okay, I'll let you know, Jim. I'll let you know. You're right. You gotta do your own research. But I'll tell you everything I know. And there's always something better. Then I find something that's even a notch higher, right? You know, but there's a point where if it's good, it's good. It's good enough for now, right? I'll let you know. Wow, that's so fun. The secret of the cosmic game is that God hides his surprise. What is the surprise? It's his joy, it's his happiness, it's the love, it's this good feeling we have right now. It's the coming together, and people that have been on here for 7 years writes me when they can't make it and say, hey, I can't make it this morning, let everyone know I love them. What? Wow, that's the surprise. That humans are not being so human after all, that they're being more playing their part, godlike, divine part. Woo! The secret of the cosmic game is that God hides his surprise, his bliss, behind the temptations of the world. This is why we can say, no, neti, not this, not that. I'm going to let that one go, because the value is as I'm paying top dollar. I'm paying top dollar. It's just way too expensive. I'm losing energy. I'm losing peace of mind. I'm losing my connection to spirit. I feel, like I'm getting trapped again, where I don't actually even want to get out of the trap because of the habit or habits. So he hides his bliss and he hides all the other goodies. Behind the temptations of the world, he knows that man, woman, made in his image with supreme joy hidden within him. Oh, supreme joy. See what I'm saying? You might spend all your time on dietary needs and this and that and what, but it says, I guess there was this beautiful documentary. It's called Fantastic Fungi, which my stepdaughter saw. I'm going to see it. She said it's awesome, but they talk about um, all kinds of things in there about it. But I don't know why I went there. Okay. It, with supreme joy hidden, will not forever wallow in the mud of the senses. Because God knows someday, maybe we're in the bowels of hell, man, right? And the worst pain and the worst darkness and the worst Hades ever. That's, he says, is when we start to wake up to this something more, something better, something real. Disillusioned by unsatisfying sense pleasures. Ever fed, never satisfied. Never fed, ever satisfied. Sense pleasure. Man is, here's a word, haunted. That's why I say when you wake up and you just, or the day goes by and you're just automatically kind of in this subterranean fog, or kind of not feeling right, maybe worried, maybe fearful, and just kind of that old stuff, but you're so familiar, it's so familiar to you. This is the reason why, disillusioned by unsatisfying sense pleasures, man and woman are haunted by the memory of her and his lost soul peace. Haunted. You get it now? You get it now, guys and girls? Why you feel the way you feel as a human? We're being haunted by the memory, Shmirti, the divine memory of our, not only our lost soul peace, but our lost soul joy, our lost soul happiness, our lost soul love. Ah, wow. Harmed by the poison honey of pleasures, he or she ultimately seeks. This is the ultimate message, right? And we are the ultimate seekers now of the pure divine nectar. Look past your thoughts and drink the nectar in this moment of bliss. Or drink the nectar of bliss in this moment. That's exactly what Rumi says. Look past your thoughts and drink the pure nectar. Drink the bliss in this moment. Woo! So we want to we won't be harmed by the poison honey of pleasures. Not when you're tempted, tempt me with your presence. Not when you have the divine arms around you. Not when you have divine mother who's so beautiful you can't take your eyes off her ever. Same with the light. Same with Krishna. Wow. We're going to seek the pure divine nectar. God's game of hide and seek with his sons and daughters in this cosmic dream would be pointless if he had not made it hazardous with pain and pleasure. Yeah, well, you'd be going on your merry way, but it would be you're already there. Now we have to recover. We have to unravel, we have to kind of just peel the layers off to discover that we've only been in a hypnosis. We've only been in a dream experience of the hazards of pain and the worldly pleasures. But those are the pain and the worldly pleasures are what was taught us to seek. It taught us to get out of this hellhole and back into the divine ecstasy, right? That's so they have a part to play. Otherwise, we'd just be in bliss, which is not a bad idea either. But we're not there. We got a body. I'm talking right now, huh? He blindfolded men with ignorance and hid his perfect face. So you also are going to walk around today, if you're not careful, with a blindfold. A blindfold of ignorance. Really? The surprise goal to be achieved by us, by his children, one by one, is consciousness of identity with him. What was that thing the kids played, or that did something on the tail of the donkey? Pin the tail, something on the donkey? Was that what you put a blindfold? I don't know. That comes to me when he mentions blindfolds. It was just like, oh God, right? And we think that, but the worst part is we think we know what we're doing. We think we got it all figured out. But even then, as we start to evolve and wake up a little bit more, we start realizing maybe I don't. I don't. Then you get hammered by some some Thomas or whatever, and some lesson, some beautiful test that God is giving. You get hammered, and you go, "Oh, I don't know a damn thing. I'm powerless to deal with this." Supermen and superwomen have not received the realization of God as an unearned gift. We're not going to be doing this with it. Yes, we don't have to earn this, but then we have to definitely be an expert, be a marksman, be a master at the right choices, that give you freedom, that have you not interested in the lower pleasures because you're so getting drunk with the higher joys, right? So we have to so-called earn that. We have to make the effort, man and woman. Those who attain divine communion and infancy had entered that state in a previous life by a deep practice of yoga and meditation. No one should helplessly envy the God realization of saints, nor be discouraged by his own self-created ill luck and ignorance of God. Either way, you now know what to do. You have free choice in this moment. You know that you're out for the greatest value in every moment, in every breath, the greatest value. And that's it. He's going to talk of uses the word value coming up, maybe not in this verse, which we're going to end here because it's time to end, but it's coming up. What is the greatest value for you today? The greatest value. You'll do that with material world, right? Best value on the car, best value on whatever. But how about for your consciousness? And your beautiful heart needs to be really, really happy today and tranquil at the same time, right? And the master's peace. And pretty soon you're walking and talking with them like the best friends, which they are, that are never, never, ever not by your side. And then totally one with you anyway, and are your guides in all this. Wow. No one should helplessly envy the God realization of saints, nor be discouraged by his own self-created ill luck and ignorance of God. Like the supermen and superwomen, we too, this is a great statement, have been in the heart of God throughout eternity. What? Where have you been? I've been in the heart of eternity. Where are you going? Into the heart of eternity. Oh, what are you doing now? I'm in the heart of eternity. I'm in the heart of eternity. Really? Having my mushroom coffee. And who knows what other cool things we can make to feel happier. If it doesn't make you feel happy, then we're not interested. And more healthy and full of life force, man. Not from the caffeine. But oh yeah, Shauna, I knew there was a reason I mentioned Shauna. She was saying in that film, they said that every ill, you may or may not agree with this, Benny, every ill that we face as humans in the human body situation, there's a cure in this earth for, whether it's a plant or whatever. They talk about that in Fantastic Fungi. I thought, I agree with that. I agree. There's a cure for everything. It's right here underneath our noses, right? Sometimes, if you're a lawyer or something, or you're defending a criminal, or you're a prosecutor, sometimes the clue is just too close to see. It's right here. The clue is right here, right underneath your nose. I look deep inside for the surprise to find what I'm looking for. I'm a miracle of love. I'm the love I'm looking for. I'm the peace I've been looking for, and the bliss I've been looking for. Okay, so like the supermen and superwomen, we too have been in the heart of God throughout eternity. Even when we started on our round of human incarnation, we came as one made in his image. When we started our first day, whatever we were, a microbe or something. Yeah. And we're a plant. Not like to be chamomile flower. That's another thing I'm taking is some chamomile extract. All this good stuff, man. It's my soul giving me, my soul doctor. Go to my soul doctor, gives me these ideas. So there's a nice verse from Proverbs. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. Before the Maya came in, I was possessed in the way of the Lord. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. We have always been that perfect, pristine, not even healthy. Healthy makes you think that you're in a realm of healthy or not healthy, right? Pristine cosmic energy. Thus, remembering his divine heritage, we should not wait for good karma to arrive by sheer luck. We should put forth right effort, there we go, and fan the desire, undying devotion to thee alone, beloved Lord, fill my heart with undying devotion to thee alone. Yes, fan the desire to recover our forgotten bliss, the surprise, by accumulating good karma through meditation. Meditate, don't medicate. Man and woman already possess God within themselves. And as soon as we take the proper steps, may regain consciousness of him. Taking the right steps, little baby steps, with our diapers on. Completely, oh gosh, kids, would you mind if I tell you that I love you? I love you. Do you mind? Okay, let me give you a little Jesus calling because it's a perfect way to end because of these proper steps to take. So this is today's. Anyone have Jesus calling? Please check it out for today, please. Do everything in dependence on me. I'm going to be quick here because I know we're running a little late. Do everything in dependence. How is your dependent living going? Huh? How is it? How is it? Dependent. This whole stream is about dependent living on transcendent self now, right? Dependent living. Do everything in dependence on me. The desire to act independently apart from me springs from the root of pride. You all got to read this one in your Jesus calling. Self-sufficiency is subtle, insinuating. Ooh, there's a big word. Insinuating its way into your thoughts and actions without you realizing. But apart from me, you can do nothing. My deepest desire for you is that you learn to depend on me in every situation, with every choice. I'm going to add, I move heaven and earth to accomplish this purpose, but you must collaborate with me in this training. You must collaborate. Teaching you would be simple if I negated your free will or overwhelmed you with my power. However, I love you too much to withdraw the godlike privilege I bestowed on you. No, I love you too much. That's why I have you in the bowels of hell sometime. I love you so much, as you will learn if you haven't learned already. Oh my gosh. Teaching would be simple. I negated your free will or overwhelmed you with my presence. However, I love you too much to withdraw the godlike privilege I bestowed on you as my image bearer. Use your freedom wisely by relying on me constantly. Thus, you enjoy my presence and my peace. And the whole journey of the steps, right? His last sentence here, as soon we already possess God within ourselves if we take the proper step. The journey, this is the whole joy of everything, my dears, is walking with the Lord, walking with your soul, being happier than anything else. Sometimes I'm seeing people on the path and I'm just like, I tweeted, a sincere smile is an absolutely beautiful thing to behold. Just give someone a smile today. It's the most beautiful thing you could ever behold. Because by taking the proper steps, we can regain consciousness of our beloved. Wow. Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful everything today because more and more is coming to you. Receive. Enjoy. God bless. Namaste.